the school that takes the great debater, we had 78% and 80%. So you can tell that it was very close.
Yeah.
And so the winner of season 6, Great Debaters Contest, is Light Academy.
I think for the judges, I think you have seen this team grow from the time we came here first. I think it was 3 years ago. And I remember telling them that we are never here to win. We're always here to learn. And even right now, I just told them that we are here to learn. Regardless of the outcome, we always learn. So it has been a long journey.
We are constantly learning, like we are trying to outdo ourselves each time. Since the first time we came, it has not been very smooth. Like today I've not had an awesome day, but it has not cost us very much, and I'm really thankful. I'm grateful.
Since I started debating, there are few debates where at the end I wasn't sure if we had it or not. And I think this was one of the few moments where I doubted, because Nyeri High really gave us a competition.
I've been here for the past 3 years, so this is my 3rd year. And Nyeri High School has been one of the best. Trust me, you try looking for something to tell them, unakosa, as in, hakuna kitu makosa alisema, nothing. So you guys were good. We love the competition, and we hope it will be a brotherly competition, and we hope we'll grow as debaters.
Welcome to the review of the Great Debaters Contest Season 6. We're talking about Light Academy and looking at their journey all through the season. I am Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Yumbok. To Mariam and my dear Judge Major, do you think Light Academy's legacy has endured?
Interesting question. Yes, I do. First of all, I like the name Light Academy. You know, the fact that they're spreading light wherever they are. You know, it's a beautiful name. And I think Light Academy has never disappointed whenever they take the stage. Since the first time they debated until season 6, the end of season 6, they have never disappointed. So yes, I think their legacy is still there. Mariam?
I think they've done better than just have the legacy endure. I think for the first time they got to the finals and they won. They've gotten to the finals before even the semis, but then lost. So I think the name has even more meaning now. When you say Light Academy in the debate world, it probably sends shivers down people's spine. So I think, yeah, they have kept true to their legacy and they're doing a great job, and I wish them all the best even in the future.
Okay, now, if we're going to discuss Light Academy and their journey, we must understand that they have reached the finals before. And do you think that this particular win was a bit more emotional for them, because it represents the fact that they've reached where they were before, but this time they managed to, go the extra mile? And if you do think so, Judge Major, what do you think gave them that edge this time?
Tricky question, to be honest. But I think, Light Academy, what motivated them to this particular win, to get this particular win? Maybe there are a number of factors. One, because they have not won it before, so they came with the need or the urge to win this particular time around. But I think it's an interesting school, because whenever we see Light Academy, we see a group of people who are working as a team. We see passion. There is no way to define passion in the academic realm, in the debate realm, so to speak, without talking about Light Academy. Mohammed Abdullahi, just a unique debater, we normally say, be yourself. Some debaters do it loud, some are just quiet, some are just dialogic. And Mohammed has his own style, and it works for him, and it has helped him bag that particular win. So I think there are a number of factors that contributed to this particular win. And maybe, just maybe, it is because they lost it this last time round. So this time round, they just had to clinch it.
Poverty eradication is an illusion. It's a fantasy. It's wishful thinking. For the past 50 plus years this country has been independent, we've been singing and dancing to the same tune. Let's fight poverty. Unfortunately, it hasn't done that much. Well, these are countries that did not focus on poverty eradication before they got sustainable development. They focused on sustainable development to get rid of poverty. I would dare them to mention one country that has ever eradicated poverty. I'll be generous. I'll give you 1, 2, 3, 7. Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, all Scandinavian countries, Iceland, Germany, Luxembourg. Yes, they focused on sustainable development to get rid of poverty.
do you feel that Nyeri High, they were against Nyeri High in the finals, do you feel that Nyeri High gave them enough of a challenge in the finals to make them sweat really, or was it an easy win for them?
Okay, if I'm going to tackle that, I'll pick it up from what Major said, right? Nyeri High is also a school that has actually reached the finals too. And therefore, I believe that they also they felt that they required to fight for it. So personally, I think it was an equal fight because both of them had reached just a square mile from victory. And this time, it was a chance for them we've both been here, we're back here, now who's going to put in the extra effort? And therefore, I believe it was a fair chance for all of them.
A good win for Light Academy. However, it's important to note that they won with about 80-something percent, both schools. And I think at the nationals previously, we've seen schools winning with about 90-something percent. So in as much as it was a good win, I think Light Academy still, and even Nyeri High School, they still have a little bit more to do in order for them to clinch the win. In as much as they had the win, I think this time round, possibly they should fight. And the fight here is not just that I need to bag this particular title, but with what particular percentage do I wish to bag this title. So to both teams, it was fair. Light Academy, Nyeri High School, I think both of them were a match, the two teams coming together because they have qualified before and this time round also they had qualified. One piece of advice to them is the aspect of research. I think there's still a little bit more that they could have done. Whether it was anxiety, whether it was fear, whether it was a bit of a break before they took the stage again, we might not really be able to account for that. But it was a good win, but next time round, we wish to see maybe a school that wins with almost 99%, where you find it difficult to judge.
Can you award 99%?
Why not? By the way, I
with
believe,
integrity.
Exactly, with a straight eye, I can award a 99%. If something is good, it's good, there is no doubt about it. If something is bad, again, sorry to say it, it's bad, there is no way about it, yeah.
Internet censorship will reduce or will address immorality among the youth. Now we are talking about immorality and we are totally agreeing. As Africans and as this side, you can easily see that none of us is white. We are all agreeing in terms of immorality and we completely accept that immorality is an issue in our country and indeed in Africa. We agree on that. And we support you on that in terms of immorality and we accept that we need to curb immorality.
Internet censorship promotes national security. National security in such a manner that we have homebred terrorists. The internet is a great tool of radicalization. For example, we have the law student at University of Nairobi who participated in the Garissa University attack. We cannot allow this to happen. We cannot allow the internet to continue eroding our morals, to allow the youth to access such information and let them get radicalized, and this will help to address immorality.
Terrorism is also an issue in our country. If you go to Twitter, you go to any social media, you can find websites, or you can find the accounts of Al-Qaeda or other terrorist groups. Do we really need them? Do we really need this? Yes, I will interfere in your right to privacy if that means you're going to go to a terrorist site and then come and kill people. That is something we all can agree on, I think.
According to Article 31D of the new Constitution, every citizen has a right not to have their privacy of their communication infringed. We are in the 21st century. We're in 2016, and yet we want to force issues. We want to infringe the communication, the privacy of the people instead of trying to solve the issue by educating, by telling the youth, look, this is how you're supposed to go about this certain issue.
With reference to what you just said about how they won with percentages in the 80s, do you feel that the quality of debate last season was not as good as perhaps the season before it or previous seasons, especially when it comes to the nationals?
True. Season 6, the quality of debate, I think, at the national level was a bit low, and even at the regional level, it was not that good, and I think the debaters need to up their games. It's not just a question of reaching the nationals, it's a question of what you bring to the table when you reach the nationals. Season 5, I think it was a nice debate. At regional level, we almost awarded a 90% in one particular region. So why should we award a 90 at a regional level, and when we come to the national level, we reduce the mark possibly to an 80? That means there is a discrepancy somewhere. So season 5 was an awesome season. Season 6, debaters did fairly well, but I think there is a lot that they need to have learned from the previous season. Whether they panicked because of what happened the previous season, I might not be able to explain.
Very well. Now, let us cut to some clips of the patrons, the students. Let us hear what they have to say about their journey.
My name is Baton Omalwa. I teach history and government in Light Academy. I'm also the patron of the debating club. I can squarely say that winning the Great Debaters Contest for me means that the students themselves, they have the zeal to the debating club. They also have the zeal to succeed and excel in life. The other thing I think it reveals is that as a school, we have put in a lot of investment in the club and the entire administration for the support and the organizers of the debating contest, the Great Debaters Contest. We are really encouraged as a school. It means actually that we are doing a lot, and it also shows the commitment of the Great Debaters Contest organizers for having given us a chance to present students to them. A significant impact on students, I can say, one is the courage the students today have. They can at least today identify themselves with the great schools in the Republic of Kenya. You remember like what happened in Starehe Boys Center School when they topped. The students have actually come up to be very courageous. Wherever we walk, wherever we talk about debating, they know themselves as giants. Two, it has had an impact on their academic performance. It has actually been a replica of the debating club. Like if I may recall this year's KCSE, the 2016 KCSE results, students from the debating, for the debaters contest, they came back with the courage, they worked very hard. Even the participants who were candidates, all of them qualified for university. And therefore I can say that is among the impacts that we have actually seen on the side of the students. Then lastly, I may say, the students of Light Academy today have had another impact, which is actually giving them something on a daily basis that we can make it. They have a belief today that we can make it as a school, as a club, in collaboration with the organizers of the Great Debaters. So that's, to me, that's a great impact and a significant one it has had on the side of the students. While preparing the students, the challenges that I've really faced as a patron is the congested school calendar, which is, of course, the school is an academic giant. Light Academy being an academic giant in Nairobi and in the entire Republic of Kenya, we've had a lot of challenges in terms of the congested academic calendar in the school. The calendar is very, very busy finding time, because we meet once a week on Monday from around 4 p.m. We spend only 1 hour with students. So I've really had a lot of challenges on that side of the congested calendar. Two, the other challenge is mobilizing students to actually have the practice, come up with the required content, to actually be courageous enough, to have the eye contact. We have had a challenge on that side because of the preparation. On the 2017 edition that is actually yet to kick off, is that we hope it has the organizers doing it the same way, being very organized with their programs, keeping time the way they did in 2016 and the other years. We hope that the organizers cope up with the same spirit.
They are going and they are contesting with the other schools. So they are seeing themselves, where are they compared to the others. It is like benchmarking, they go and see one another, they intermingle with one another, they share their ideas. And also now, they are being given a specific topic, and then they are now defending that topic. So defending that topic now, it is making them is giving them challenges, and it is also driving them to solve the problems on the table. So in that sense, especially, now in this world and the era that we are in, the problems they are being solved on the table. And now we are instilling in the students and inculcating in our students that problems they have to be solved on the table, not anywhere else. And this is something we really embrace, and we will definitely support these contestants. Now they are feeling that they are somewhere, and it is helping their professional development, and it makes them to feel success, and they are getting the success. They are feeling to get success, and in fact, they are having the ability and the mentality and perception that they are achieving something. So this is very important, and they have done that one. We are very happy with this contest, and definitely it has motivated students a lot to help one another, to bring integrity to the students, and that one, it has really done well, and our students now, they are feeling that they are somewhere, especially, they are saying that, you see, as Light Academy, they have that personality of Light Academy. They say that as Light Academy, now we are the winners, and other students, they are really motivated to participate in this contest, and we are very optimistic we will be the winner next year even.
I'm Melchizedek Asuma. I was a student at Light Academy and part of the team that won the Great Debaters Season 6. My memorable moments, or rather debates, were the first one and the last one. Because for the first one, I had not done it before. This was my first season, so I was really worked up, but it ended up going well.
Trying to eradicate poverty, ladies and gentlemen, is like chasing a butterfly. The more you chase it directly, the more it eludes you. But concentrate on another thing, sustainable development in this instance, and the butterfly comes and rests peacefully on your shoulder.
The anxiety, the build-up, the atmosphere, the general atmosphere, because you know that here is where you win or go or play second fiddle, and we did not want to do that, so we had to win. And it was a little tense. With GDC, you learn a lot of things: teamwork, reliance, confidence, believing in yourself, how to research, and such. When you were going for a debate, we needed to come together as a team, compare what we had each individually gotten, and find out what would stand in the argument, find out what wouldn't. So you had to bring the team, and each of us helped each other. For example, if you had a shortage of points, illustrations, teamwork was really helpful. It is really imperative for you to believe in yourself so that others may believe in you. You need to believe that what you're saying is the truth and is irrefutable. And be well with your research, do your research, and believe in yourself as you're giving out your findings. Teamwork, confidence, if these are values, and respect. You have to respect the other team. You have to respect your teammates, your decisions, their research, their work, everything.
Two rather interesting things said by the proposing side. They keep saying, let us eradicate poverty. But none of them has told us how. How are we going to do it? They keep mentioning what poverty causes, not how we get rid of poverty. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe eradicating something means to completely get rid of it. Like smallpox, we eradicated that. But have we eradicated poverty? I believe not.
I'm Nasri Abdirashid from Light Academy. The strengths, each of us knows what they want, their roles. For example, the first speaker is good at what he does, and the third speaker also knows what he is doing, and I also know what I'm doing. In terms of the weaknesses, we are very lazy. When it comes to research, I have to remind the other two to do research. So, that is our major weakness. Remember that the debate lasts for like 15 minutes, and then you'll have to talk to each other. So be friendly, take it as an exercise, not something very serious. Some people will cry after the debate because they lost. It doesn't mean it's the end of life. You just learned something, but you still lost, but you still learned something. So I think that's what they have to remember.
Eradicating poverty is not an indispensable requirement to sustainable development. Then tell us what is. facilitating trade, improving infrastructure, providing finances to small and medium enterprises, promoting good governance, fighting against corruption. Yes, those are what are indispensable requirements for sustainable development. Not wishful thinking, not a fantasy that will never be achieved.
I'm Mohammed Abdullahi, from Light Academy, Nyeri High School. Those guys were tough, the last guys we debated against. They were good speakers, 3 very good speakers, and then they had a lot of passion, and they were really tough. My fellow debaters, practice, have the passion, go up there knowing that you have all the time. That 3 minutes is yours. Say whatever you feel you have to. Rant out all that is within you. So just say it, all of it.
He also talks of, let's educate our people, let's give them education. Cuba, a country that was sanctioned by the United States for close to 50 years, has close to 67% of its population being degree holders. But look at where Cuba is today. When you purchase cars that were made in 2008, they buy cars which were made in 1970s, Peugeot 504s, things people no longer use. Yes, that is how it has worked.
You've seen the journey of Light Academy from the perspective of the teachers and the students, and it was a pleasure having you with us throughout Season 6 of the Great Debaters Contest. Be sure to join us next season. It only gets better from here. I have been your host, Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Yumbok. Catch you next time.
Judge Major, hands over. Yes, put it right on. Congratulations. Well done. Judge Booker next. So they're eating a lot of good food. And Judge Shego.
Excellent.